All right, what is up, guys? I'm on day 3 of this quarantine. Let me tell y'all something. I did not know how bad this would get. I did not expect to leave my apartment yesterday, but I forgot to get myself tampons and cooking oil, so I had to go to Publix. Y'all out here with this panic buying, it's ridiculous, okay? I have to leave I have to go to Austell today because my mom, she doesn't have a car. She's visiting from out of the country. I need to get her groceries. I have to go with her to Walmart. There's 2 Walmarts in here, like a 2-mile radius of each other between the house she's staying at with my brothers. So I got to go get them groceries. And then, and there's a Target right in the middle of it. So like I know I'm going to be out today. So that's why I'm filming this now, because I'm leaving right after this. So it's going to be uploading while I'm gone. Yeah, that's a small little update there, but you know what? We got Netflix, and right on time, right on the day, the craziness started. On My Block season 3 came out, okay? We only got 8 episodes with this season, which I'm pissed off about, but then someone reminded me that negotiations last year, what kind of made it like a little bit in limbo, and that was kind of like the deal. Okay, we'll give y'all this new pay. Y'all get 8 episodes. I'm kind of mad. I could have loved 2 more, but I'm still happy with the season. Even though the way we ended it off kind of has me like panicking a little bit. But let's just go through what went down. So this season, it's mainly about finding little Ricky. The people that kidnapped them were actually the head of the Santos, Cuchillo. She's kind of like a millennial day Griselda Blanco. If you don't know Griselda Blanco, go look up the Lifetime movie. I know J-Lo has a movie coming out that she's going to play her maybe next year. Think so. But, yeah, they have to find little Ricky. It's officially summertime, and they got to find out what's going down. We have our characters going through this whole thing. We're getting some milestones with some of them. You know, we have, Caesar, his dad comes back. Him and Oscar's dad comes back. And we have Monse, who's really kind of like trying to, well, actually, Monse, I didn't like her that much this season. Really, she's going for a lot of personal stuff that I'm not going to spoil. She's going for a lot of personal stuff in her life regarding just her relationships with other people. Jamal. Okay, I'll tell you. Jamal out here growing up. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Jamal growing up. He over here just realizing a whole bunch of stuff. And then we have Ruby. He going through his own thing. And we're also involving Jasmine into the storyline too. And let me tell y'all something. These actors, this whole show is underrated. The cast is just amazing. The 2, overall, standouts for the season, I can honestly say Oscar and Jasmine, okay? Jasmine, she's been like the comedic relief in this show, but she's really coming to her own, and she's her own character. And she's a series regular now. About time, okay? Jessica, she is amazing. She's hilarious. And we get to see Jasmine kind of establish herself and basically show that she knows her own self-worth. And her and Ruby, they have a good arc in the season 2. But can we talk about Spooky? Okay, first of all, I wasn't feeling the hype how like everyone was like first over Spooky when the show came out. But after binge watching it before it came out, I was like, okay, I understand the hype now. But Spooky has had the best character development so far, because this season we see him kind of basically showing a lot of maturity. We see him go through stuff with his father coming back into the picture after he gets out of prison. And we also see him, kind of progressing and trying to do good in the position that he's in. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but we do see him progress and him wanting a life that's outside of the Santos. And I'm just putting this out there. Season 4, if we come back, at this rate, with the way everything going down in quarantine, we're probably going to come back. Y'all need to hold auditions for his wife, okay? Because when he said he wanted a house, a wife, and a kid, the girls went first and on Twitter so bad, but oh my God, but yeah. Y'all, the actor who plays him is the complete opposite of him. But honestly, Spooky and Jasmine are my best favorite characters out of the season. So overall, great season. I hate that it was cut down to 8 episodes. we had a lot of, also, another thing I want to discuss. We also see the group dynamic kind of change a little bit as the season progressed. We're kind of seeing a little bit of the division of themselves, and we're seeing characters go through a lot. One of the things that pointed out is that Caesar goes through a lot emotionally, which leads up to where we end off in the season, where we end off from where we were. I'm going to say, like, I'm going to mark it at 7 minutes. I'm going to put a spoiler for the ending at 7 minutes, because a lot of the stuff that happens in the season leads into the other part at the end. So we do see Caesar go through a lot, especially within the last 2 episodes. We see him go through a lot of changes. We're starting to see him change in a way that's opposite from where he was in the first 2 seasons of the show. So we're seeing that happen. We don't get much of the parents this season. We do get Abuelita. Okay, Abuelita, she out here. She's just so funny. The quest for little Ricky, you know, we do get to like lead, but then it's lead after lead, but it just keeps on leading to another thing. And the end is kind of like, okay, where do we hear? And by the time we get to the last episode, that's kind of dealt with itself, except it doesn't really deal with itself. So it's like, okay, we settled that now. We're good. But we still have this leading on questions. So maybe season 4, they're going to lead off of that, because that's going to maybe tie into what they have planned for season 4 with the way they ended off the season. Okay, so this is my cutoff time. We are going to do a little spoiler at 7 minutes for the way they ended off season 4, okay? Ready? Y'all click off. Okay, so Monse ends up leaving to go to boarding school. We don't know for how long, but, you know, basically she promised the group, like, hey, don't change, you know, make sure we all stay together. We also saw at the end that Oscar's is kind of like making peace with the 19th Street and the Santos. They were at war earlier because of the Prophets being caught up, that basically 19th Street's trying to take their territory. It's kind of like in a division, and Cuchillos was kind of like no holds bar, and she didn't care, because she didn't care. She underestimates them, and basically he ended up Spooky killed Cuchillos. He gets slit on the throat, but he's okay. He's good. And he basically says, like, he's done with the life. He wants something different from himself after all of this. And Caesar, on the other hand, he doesn't. After all he's been through, almost losing his brother, he doesn't trust 19th Street. And so when Monse leaves, we got to flash forward to 2 years later. Everyone is in their separate corners. Monse's been at her school for 2 years. The picture frame that she had when she left is already pushed to the back, but it's still on the desk, so she does still have a little bit of hope in there. We have Jamal. He on the football team now. I'm like, hold up. You're playing sports? How did we get here? We also see Ruby and Jasmine. They're still together, okay? And he's kind of like a goth. They see each other, but like they don't acknowledge each other. So it's like, you know, old friend, but I ain't gonna talk to you. I'm sorry, y'all thought Naf flew on me. It's just my hair. We also see Spooky. He got a whole full head of hair now, and he has a wife and a baby on the way. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up, you got your dream, buddy. But then we transition to a whole gang beating up with somebody, and it's actually someone getting jumped into the Santos, and Caesar is now the leader of the Santos, and he has a tattoo broken heart, so that leads us to believe that him and Monse broke up. He has a shaved bald head and everything. I'm like, what has happened? So if season 4 comes back, you know, maybe we're gonna see some flashbacks to how the group got divided. Maybe Monse is gonna move back for senior year, and, you know, maybe something's gonna have to happen to bring the group back together, because right now everyone is divided under separate points. We don't know what happened with the guys. We don't know what happened between Spooky and Caesar. We don't know if their relationship is still something, because Spooky's moved on to a good life, and then Caesar wanted to stay. So we don't know what happened there. So many questions, so much to look forward to. Netflix, do not play around, okay? They literally had freshman year all 3 seasons. This 1 year, all 3 seasons, and then we time jump it to 2 years. And, you know, someone said that the creator of the show signed on for multiple something like a multi-deal with Netflix. So hopefully that means season 4 will come back. But as I said, with the quarantine, they've been #1 so far on Netflix. So hopefully they'll come back. Okay. But don't be trying to be like, oh, season 4 will be the final season. Because y'all been cutting off a lot of seasons with your shows with the final season with your high school shows. But you know what? I'm happy. Hopefully we'll hear something within the next month. You know, right now Netflix production shut down, but I think everyone's just working from home. So hopefully they'll have something for us within like the next month. Hopefully April we'll hear something. But anyway, that is my little video for you guys. I have to head out and go all the way to Austell today. So if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. We are going to be having a bunch of videos coming up. Listen, small time creators, it's our time. But anyway, it's your girl, peace out, more love, and just have a great quarantine, I guess. See you guys later.